Hi folks, so I'm Natalie Edward-D'Souza, a producer. I'm the founder of Transition Stage Company, and I've decided to do a 4-day conference called StoryTown, or festival, with 2 theatre productions, and while I'm doing this, a sustainable production. But I'm a good producer and I'm going to make this happen, even though it's a logistical puzzle.
So I started Transition Stage Company because there wasn't many opportunities for people like me to enter the industry. And instead of just waiting around, I decided to create a company that would give me a job in the creative industries, in screen and on stage, and also uplift other people as well. One of the biggest problems in running an indie or indie film or theatre company and not having that much of a budget or that many people in your company, the last thing you're going to be looking at is sustainability and trying to have your project environmentally friendly, because you just want to get the project done with the limited resources you have. So I decided this year to have a sustainable challenge connected to my production. Can I have a production with zero waste? And how feasible was it to do while staying true to the budget, to the creative direction, and the time limit that we have? So we are doing these multiple productions at the same time in 3 weeks with 22 actors, a few producers, and my team.
Hi, I'm Chris Sudworth, Creative Director of Birmingham Hippodrome, and it's brilliant to have Enter.Stage.Write and Amplified back with us again, live for 2024. We've got a really beautiful space that's just opened. We've got 2 brand new departments that are all about supporting the creativity of the region and nationally. You can hear a meet and greet over there and the joy that that brings.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Rachel Mills and I'm a freelance production designer working within the entertainment industry on a wide range of projects, from feature films, short films to theatre and small scale touring theatre. I try and keep sustainable practices within my process from the get-go. Straight from the design process, it's really important to keep sustainable methods there in your head.
The reason why I hired Caitlin, I've worked with Caitlin before on a film that I created called Indignitas, which was a previous script from Enter.Stage.Write, which we turned into a film. But we chose Caitlin, and Caitlin is great because she collects all the props from her productions she's worked on in the past in film and theatre. So I know if I would have worked with Caitlin, she'd probably have her own props already that she could bring on the production.
These are easy examples of things that I found from market fairs, charity shops, car boots, and I use these all the time on multiple productions, set dressing them in different ways to fit the time period that's needed. And another example is these glass bottles, just normal glass bottles I had at home, recycled into, set dressing or props with the wax drip down them, and they're really effective.
Hi, my name's Victoria Chu and I am one of the CEOs and creative directors of StageGreen. Natalie approached me and mentioned the sustainability element of the project and the festival, and knew that me and my company, we provide projection design. So we had a bit of a conversation about how projection could potentially work for both Enter.Stage.Write and Amplified.
The reason why I chose StageGreen, because using a projector in a theatre production was cost effective, it was quick, it was easy, things could be changed quickly.
The setup of both of these shows are 10-minute plays and they have to be quick turnaround, so quick on, quick off. What this means is it lends itself perfectly for projection, because of course in that time you can't have large sets that need to be carried on and off, taken up, taken down and stored.
It looked great, it looked fantastic, the night looked amazing, it looked elegant, it looked slick.
We could provide custom-made projections that would fit the set, so I could work closely with both Natalie as a producer and the director and really use our artistic skills and collaboration to custom make these backdrops.
Also, it went hand in hand with Enter.Stage.Write and Transition Stage Company's goals of having a sustainable production in our sustainable challenge. And we didn't use a massive set. We didn't spend lots of money on lots of production tools and props and set design. And we had a small team, and it was realistic. And it's such a great solution for small independent theatre companies or event companies.
Natalie wanted to elevate it, and she wanted to look at, is projection sustainable? Can it work? Can it work for what the company wanted to do, and could it meet certain criteria? Was it going to be cost effective? Would it mean they had to compromise on their creative vision? And my answer to this was, it was definitely cost effective, and it definitely didn't compromise.
Victoria is fantastic at capturing our creative vision in producing illustrations for our production. We said we wanted this, and we worked together, and she researched what a set design of a Jamaican house would look like, and she nailed it.
What it then meant is I could tailor my designs specifically for what they wanted. And because my designs are created on Procreate and Photoshop, which are digital apps, what this meant was my design could be easily altered if they wanted something changing or wanted something fixing.
Sustainability in the design process doesn't just consider how the final set is going to be built sustainably. I'm also actually acting sustainably within that process by going paperless. I do pretty much all of my designs on either Procreate, SketchUp or Photoshop, which includes technical drawing and drafting.
And considering there were 5 to 6 plays each night, it also meant that combined with QLab, the software, projection backgrounds could change in an instant. You could change the mood and the setting instantly.
Within the industry, there's a huge amount of waste from set design, purely from the sets just not having a home after production. So that's what I try and combat.
Of course, we're going to still use energy. If my tablet needs charging, if my laptop needs charging, of course the energy the projector uses. But what it means is we're not creating set waste.
Actually, it's kind of more efficient because I can just jump on there and edit them straight away rather than having to re-glue and recut, card and mount board. So, those key things really do help to reduce waste.
It's difficult to have lots of big sets, especially if you've got short 10-minute scripts simultaneously. We had one script which was based on a fantasy kingdom that was medieval, and then you had one script which was dystopian. StageGreen was the perfect solution for the Enter.Stage.Write format, and I would say for any production.
The best thing about my job is seeing a set in a sound studio or on location actually being used by the actors on camera. There's nothing that feels quite like the accomplishment, the pride you get from seeing it finished is amazing. Working in teams with people who have the drive and passion to create amazing pieces, especially using sustainable methods as well. You can make so much from little things. It's all in the detail.
Me and Natalie have had this conversation where sometimes when you're on production and you feel like you've got such quick turnaround, you're going to miss things, and it's okay to miss things, but these conversations are very, very important. So I know the pizza boxes were definitely one.
I ordered pizzas for the cast and crew, and I thought, yes, I'm going to be sustainable. There's loads of cardboard here, we can put it in a recycling bin. But unfortunately, apparently you can't recycle pizza boxes because of the oil.
I'm trying to create sustainable production, and I'm doing a documentary behind the scenes. So I am noting that we're using cardboard boxes that are recyclable.
You gotta do what you can, man. Let them companies look. Let them companies look.
They won't be entirely recyclable.
Because of the oil. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fail, right?
Working up for you.
The fail. Thanks, Mill.
Yeah, sorry.
Another thing we noted was when the winner is announced, there's this big celebration and a pop of almost like a glitter cannon, and all this glitter and confetti falls down, and it's wonderful. Visually, it's stunning. Captured on camera, it's beautiful. The audience are also covered in this glitter confetti type material. And then we found out that that's also not an environmentally friendly choice. Also, the cleaning up of it afterwards, it created quite a few problems.
One part of the Enter.Stage.Write Amplified show, which felt to me a little bit on the unethical side, but our main goal was to have a sustainable production, was to see if any of the actors had their own clothes for the production, because we just wanted zero waste. Thankfully, the actors were on board.
How much can we save by thrifting, by charity shops, by people providing their own things? How much waste does that save? When I look back at the event, at the end of the day, if an actor had bought in their own costume, they took it home.
Also, I brought in my clothes and some of the actors wore some of my items. There's a dress that I wore on holiday, a skirt I wore on holiday, and there was one scene where there is a tarot reader and I said, I have a great outfit for that. So we all brought in our own clothes. So we didn't have to spend any money on clothing and we didn't have any waste.
Some environmental thoughts that come with projection and the designs through apps is, of course, energy. We have to weigh up how much energy we're using. We know LEDs are more sustainable than projectors and bulbs, and so of course there's always going to be some elements that we can always improve.
As we endeavour to create a sustainable production, we also aim for our sponsors and collaborators to embrace sustainable practices. Hollywood Monsters stands as a multi-award winning signage company renowned for its contributions to events such as the Commonwealth Games and the Top Gun premiere at Leicester Square. For 6 years, they have sponsored Enter.Stage.Write. Hollywood Monster actively embeds sustainability in its business ethos through research, sourcing, testing and collaboration with innovative suppliers. They have replaced the majority of their materials with viable eco-friendly alternatives. This effort has led to reduction in our carbon footprint and also led to a reduction in their carbon footprint and that of their customers, while also minimising waste in their supply chain. They take pride in their reputation as eco-responsible pioneers within the UK digital wide format print and signage market. And that's why we love partnering with Hollywood Monster.
Fundamentally, it's for the world first and foremost. If we don't have a world, then we can't do the creativity and the wonderful work that's being made through opportunities like Enter.Stage.Write. At the Hippodrome as well, we've got a real champion, particularly in our festivals team, who really drives forward thinking around sustainability. So for us to have partner companies like Transition and around these projects who embody those same values and that same care and passion, it's massive.
So in evaluation, I think we were successful. We had a sustainable production that was true on creative vision and on time and budget. However, I do think that we were very lucky because it's Enter.Stage.Write and Amplified are solely focused on short scripts, and it is a show really about showcasing new writing. So I think the challenge is, how do you up the production value if you want to do long form scripts or play? And what I would say is, and what I will do next to up the production value on my theatre productions or any event I do, say if I need props, I will go to a local studio or a local prop house and I would hire their props or their furniture, and I would give myself more time in the pre-production and the pre-planning with my director and my producer to help work out how we would want the set design of Enter.Stage.Write or any theatre production that I would use. And what I would advise other theatre makers or event planners is find out in your area if there is a local film studio or prop house or place where you can hire furniture for events, and reach out to them and try and see if you can hire their items for a certain price. So that's what I would do. For instance, in Birmingham, we have Digbeth Lock, which is Stephen Knight's studio, and they have a prop house which has furniture and studio. And I've already spoke to their head of props and I said, can I hire your furniture? And it's a good way of being sustainable and also creating an ecosystem of work where money goes through the region. So that's how I will close out this. We were successful, and our next steps are to up the production value on Enter.Stage.Write.